In southern Switzerland's Valais canton, Zermatt is a mountain resort renowned for skiing, climbing, and hiking. At an elevation of around 1,600 m, the town lies below the iconic, pyramid-shaped Matterhorn peak. Its main street, Bahnhofstrasse, is lined with boutique shops, hotels, and restaurants and has a lively après-ski scene. There are public outdoor rinks for ice skating and curling. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Zermatt so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, the Matterhorn. This famous jagged peak is etched in the world's consciousness as clearly as Mount Fuji. And okay, unless you're an expert mountaineer, we're not suggesting you should attempt an ascent of the Matterhorn. This treacherous peak wasn't even conquered until 1865, and 4 of the 7 climbers in the party lost their lives. Just seeing the base camp at Hornli Hut, teetering precariously on the slopes, will give you an idea of what those early alpinists were against. At number 9 is the Klein Matterhorn. The next peak along from the Matterhorn is the Klein Matterhorn, and you could only call it little in relative terms. This peak towers 3,883 meters. Amazingly, you can get up there on an aerial tramway. It's the highest location in Europe accessible by this form of transportation. At the top, you'll reach the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, where a tunnel leads you through to the Breithorn Plateau, a vast glacier on the peak's south side. At number 8, Breithorn. If you want to tell your friends you've climbed a 4,000-meter mountain, you can scale the Breithorn. You don't have to tell them this peak is considered the easiest of all the 4,000-meter peaks to climb. You'll need a qualified mountain guide, but the adventure begins after ascending the Klein Matterhorn on the aerial tramway. From there, it's a 3-hour round trip to and from the highest point of the Breithorn. At number 7, Gornergrat. One of a few unforgettable excursions in Zermatt is Europe's highest open-air rack railway. The Gornergrat Bahn shuttles up to the observation platform at Gornergrat, just over 3,000 meters above sea level, through a mountain wilderness where no fewer than 29 peaks rise above 4,000 meters. It might be hard to believe, but the railway was laid as long ago as 1896 when it became the world's first fully electrified rack line. The trip takes 33 minutes, and the train courses over ravines and through stone pine and large forest. At number 6 in our list, skiing. In the shadow of the Matterhorn is the ultimate destination for a ski holiday. Zermatt is a nexus point of a network of 54 funiculars, lifts, cable cars, and more than 360 kilometers of pistes. As we've seen on the Breithorn Plateau, skiing is even available in summer because of the glaciers and low temperatures at high altitudes. Lower slopes are blanketed with snow as early and late as November and April for an extended season. At number 5, Schwarzsee. Black Lake in English, this body of water has a dark surface as it reflects the brooding rock around it. The lake is served by a gondola, which takes only 12 minutes from Zermatt and has been shuttling between these points since 1954. At the Schwarzsee, you'll have the best vantage point for the Gornergrat Ridge on the Matterhorn, written into mountaineering lore. If you've got the right equipment and training, you can strike out on foot for that distant point from here. At number 4, Zermatt Village. With so many wonders nearby, you might forget to spend time on Zermatt's car-free lanes. Much of the village's history relates to early tourism and alpinism, like the Monte Rosa Hotel, the oldest hotel in Zermatt, opened in 1855, where Edmund Whymper and the rest of his team stayed before their ascent. The old village is like an open-air museum comprising some 30 typical Walser houses. At number 3 in our list, Mountaineers Cemetery. An unfortunate fact about the Matterhorn is that it is one of the deadliest peaks in the world, claiming the lives of an estimated 500 alpinists since it was first conquered in 1865. Around 3,000 people attempt to climb the peak each year. Even now, there are regular fatalities. Nowadays, this is usually down to avalanches and the sudden changes in weather for which the mountain is infamous. At number 2, Gorner Gorge. About 15 minutes on foot from Zermatt is a fabulous landform that descends rather than rises. Since the last ice age, the glacial river, Gornervisp, has sliced through the ancient and green-tinged serpentine rock to create a ravine that continues to deepen. In the 1880s, the gorge was made navigable on foot, and wooden footbridges grant wonderful perspectives of the tortured rock and the crystalline waters below. Check out the number 1 places in our list, village of Findeln. At Sanega, you can climb onto a 4-seater chairlift to a little cluster of farmhouses that make up the village of Findeln. It might be hard to wrap your head around, but until as recently as 1954, rye and barley were grown on these slopes at 2,100 meters. Findeln wasn't occupied year-round but was a Mayensass, and at the start of the summer, villagers would embark on a punishing cattle drive to this spot. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in Zermatt? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.